grab yourself a rag for the 3 drops on your hands.
Looking good, man.
Thank you, thank you. Makes the tattoo stand out a little bit.
All right, so I would actually expect to see some sort of hard part breakage. When I got on this thing, I was definitely street racing all sorts of people that I shouldn't have been driving, you know, well, aggressive, let's just say. And she downshifted back into 3rd and just went to rev limit. So it's only got 1st and 2nd gear. This is kind of how we got the car. Broken transmission. And I think this is trans number 5 now. So
another stock one ought to fix it.
So if there's anybody that knows anything about a 4R70W, somebody that can actually build it really strong, put a note in the comments, please. Yeah, kind of. So far, they're not having a good reputation. Looks like porting slivers right there.
Did you even put any Lucas in there?
No, but it's not gonna fix it, I'm sure.
You're sure?
It didn't fix my truck. I tried.
All right, also today we got 2 different gear sets right here. I think we're gonna go with the 331s instead of the 355s. The fact that we got so much more power, we don't need anywhere near what the gear has. Plus, it's entirely too much for being able to run it out the back of the 1/4 mile. It tops out about 120 miles an hour. This thing will go significantly faster than that. So by doing the math, the 331 gear should be the one. This has a 410 gear in it right now. All right, I know it looks more like an igloo and stuff. It is not pretty, but it is very functional. So we got a headlight removed. See straight to the air filter. Well, kinda. Air temperature recovered very, very good. Everything is, I'm actually incredibly pleased with that. Still having a little issues with the cooling system off and on. Gonna make a couple more rips here. See if we can get this thing in the 6s. All right, just got to the track here. We're gonna make a couple passes. I'm hoping I can get this thing to leave on some good boost. All right, so I'm trying to get some revenge against the guy with the Tesla that beat us last time. He runs like 6.8s. Ideally, that's what I was hoping to run with this thing. Old Dr. Tune-em-all right up there. Got a pretty nice truck that he's tuning on. Pretty quick.
What's up? Hey, dude, hey, I won $10 off your road on that thing. Get out of here.
Feels really good. I had to get out of it, got way too loose there. Finally, we are able to overpower the tire. Lower the tire pressure a little bit, make a little adjustment, leave on a little less boost. I think we can do this. Thank you, man. I was a 173 60 foot, which is 0.06 better than we've ever had, and I was spinning. All right, so Nate was helping me with this boost builder a little bit. We'll see what we got here. Definitely the best Bassett Major. Hell yeah! That worked good. Woo! Little bit of rip. Heck yeah! Come on! I think I left on like 4 pounds, had to pedal into it just a little bit. Oh, I don't even think I was data logging. Crap! Freaking noob. Dang, it was such a noob move. Dang it.
Need a jacket.
All right.
28.
All right. Okay, not as good of a 60 foot, but almost 103 miles an hour. She was moving out, man. That's right on what I thought this thing should trap. Log in this time. Tesla, hell yeah! Dude, that car runs 6.8s and like 102. Guys, I am happy. We just got to get the 60 foot straight now. That was a great race. That was fantastic, Brad.
Yeah,
that was really exciting because they were like neck and neck though.
Yeah, I looked at the time slip. It was 0.03.
Oh,
0.03 of a second.
That was
the finish line.
All right, well,
can't ask for much closer than that.
I guess. So you're actually going to be getting plaid.
Yes.
Pretty shortly here.
Yeah, it said I was going to get it in March, but here it is, March 31st. I haven't gotten it yet, so I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks.
I remember you saying, okay, so this is actually faster than a P100D.
Yes.
So how much faster? A couple tenths? I mean,
I'd say a tenth and a half,
okay,
generally speaking.
Okay. It is quick, you know what I mean?
I've run as low as a 10.4 at 125, and out here I run as fast as a 664 at 103.
Wow.
I think we're finally ready. I think we have everything good and reliable enough with help of Circle D and Holly. This thing is a ripper. We've taken this really kind of slow car and now we've made it something pretty reputable. And I think it's ready to hang with Cleetus' car. Possibly even beat it. I know he was sandbagging. Now I'm going to talk nerdy to you guys for a little bit here. Got some very interesting troubleshooting stuff. Hopefully it should help you out. Maybe save you a couple $100 one day.
All right, fellas, wanted to spend a few minutes with you guys and show you a couple things that I really commonly run into day to day on troubleshooting, diagnosis, things to basically solve problems that you would have day to day on your car. Some stuff we're going to address is going to be related to engine swaps. Some stuff is going to be how to troubleshoot certain situations. All right, so we're going to get a baseline of a good running engine first. I'm going to show you guys some of the parameters, what was fairly normal. All right, so this is our engine vacuum with the camshaft that we have. That's not a lot of vacuum, so it seems kind of like a bigger cam than what it is, but if the fuel map is off, that will also be off quite a bit. Coolant temperature is a little cold right now. Our fuel trims are a little positive right now, a little more than they should be. It's averaging about 12% that is adding to the base fuel map right now. You can see that the speed is not accurate. That is what the default is when there's no speedo working. All right, so now that we got that, we're gonna introduce a problem here and I'm gonna show you what this is like. Okay, so we saw our baseline of where our fuel trims were right there. They were 10 and 13, so averaging 12. Now all of a sudden it's adding a whole bunch more. So you have your long terms plus your short terms. So that is 27% plus 18%. And now it's continuing to go up, so it's almost 30% plus 18% that it is trying to add fuel-wise. What we have is we have a vacuum leak, and we got to be able to troubleshoot how that is actually happening. So if we listen, you can hear it right there. All right, so your PCV system has a designed circuitry. This is post-mass air, and this goes into the crankcase, and then from the crankcase it returns. That connects the crankcase to the intake manifold. Now, the same thing can be done is if we pop open the oil right here, or if you put a filter on this without a check valve. A lot of them have a little ping pong ball in there, and that keeps that closed unless the crankcase pressure rises above that. But this can be a major problem. So anytime you alter the circuitry of the PCV system, that can be a major problem as well. And you'll watch your fuel trims pretty much skyrocket because you're getting unmetered air in there. So not only is it unmetered air, it's also a vacuum leak. All right, right here I have a very common issue that can happen to vehicles all the time. It could be if you put headers on it or if the O2 sensor got dinged, but I'm gonna show you how to diagnose a bad O2 sensor. All right, so we're watching our O2s going up and down, and that's pretty normal. However, this guy right there is flatline. So that is your upstream O2 sensor. This one is going rich lean, rich lean, rich lean. Now, however, bank 2 is adding 31%. Now, not only is it adding 31%, it's actually adding 31 plus 29. So that's 60% more fuel on that bank than the other bank. Whenever that O2 sensor is not transitioning, it thinks it's in a lean condition. It could also be a rich condition, but either way, it's almost as if it has AIDS. It's like an immune system issue. The O2 sensors are like the protectors and the moderators of fuel. If you have too much or too little and it's getting a false reading, it's going to gut all the fueling, or it's going to overfuel and it could foul out the plugs. These O2 sensors are very much like light bulbs. If you hit one, chances are you're going to break the filament. So the car will typically generate a little bit less vacuum, and we'll fire it back up, clear the O2 sensors to operating normally.
One of the things that is most common about having a bad O2 sensor is the engine stumbling. So if you're trying to accelerate and it feels like it's too lean and it's stuttering as it's going up, it could also be an excessively rich condition. You could disconnect one or both of the O2 sensors. It will put it in an open loop. You could also disconnect the battery, touch the two leads together. That should clear the memory from the computer, and then run it with the O2 sensors disconnected for just a little while and see if the drivability issue continues. If it cleans up, it tells you that there's an issue with the O2 sensor, or there could be a leak. If there's a leak, say within 3 feet of the O2 sensor, even post O2 sensor, it can create a problem and make the vehicle think that it's excessively lean, and it will flood it with a whole bunch of fuel.
This one has to do with an engine swap, and a lot of times they have different map sensors. So say for example, we're at sea level here in Florida where we are right now. And as we can see, that is a sea level value right there. If we're up in Colorado, that might be 80, 85 kPa, depending on our elevation. Many times I'll get to a vehicle and it'll have a different calibration in it, and I get to it and we see something that is pretty funny. The easiest way to troubleshoot that is to make sure that if you are at sea level, have the key on, vehicle not running, and make sure that the map sensor is reading what it should at sea level. So the actual barometric pressure should be 101.3 given the conditions. We're about 100 right now. Now I'm going to show you what would be an incorrect one if somebody had the wrong map sensor. Well, if we had an LS3 map sensor like this guy in an LS1 vehicle, we're going to see a value of something like this. And that is going to shift the entire fuel map off a little bit. Now, say for example, if it were open, like it was unplugged, it's going to read the default, which is either 10 or 0, depending on the offset of the map sensor. All right, so we got another problem here right now. All right, our map sensor is not plugged in. We'll watch that real quick. I'm going to plug this guy in. We're working off the mass air and the map sensor, but right now we have a misfire. One of the easiest ways to troubleshoot a misfire is to have a bottle of water. I poked a little hole in the top right there. Makes it a lot easier than having a scanner of what I have. So we're going to pour this on the exhaust and find out which one is having misfire. That evaporates almost immediately, and none at all. So we start looking at this cylinder. So far the plug is in, coil is in, and I check the coil on top, and that is not plugged in. Now, there's a number of different things we can do. We can also check and see if there was a code for the injectors. PO200 will indicate that one of the injectors is disconnected, but doing other extensive misfire stuff, we can dive into that a little bit later. But this is a quick little tip that'll save you a bunch of time.
All the data logging and everything we've done was with HP Tuners right there. That's what I use day in and day out. It's extremely user-friendly, and it's kind of just scratching the surface of what we plan on diving into when we do our tuning school. Definitely something that we're pouring some time into, and it's getting closer day by day. Now, before we get to the Super Clean giveaway, I wanted to say thank you guys so very much for those of you that have ordered the Rodney poster. Check that out right here, as well as some of our other merch. It definitely helps us grow our channel and give us the revenue to be able to do great stuff that's entertaining for you guys.
Guys, we got some huge support from Super Clean, and they want to actually hook you up with a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to pick our favorite comment in the next 3 videos, and Super Clean is going to send you a care package. This is open to the lower 48 of the United States. Well, as you're working on a blower right there, it's kind of dirty. What are you going to clean it with?
I'm going to talk to George and get some of that Super Clean that he has.
Perfect timing.
Talk to the right guy.
The right guy.
He's
for
got
the
like,
right job.
He's got that in a holster pretty much.
Yeah, I left my belt at home because I was doing some super cleaning, but I got it. 2 hands, let me find something. Let me show you how good Super Clean works, okay? If you got a little bit of a spill, okay?
Well,
You get this here, Super Clean floor absorbent. Now, they sent us some of this before, and I said, y'all, we're gonna need some more of that, because look at this right here. Look at this right here. That was probably a little too much. That was way too much because it works so good. Watch this right here. You take that, pat it dry,
that was a very loving pat. Right
get a
there.
broom. Well, okay. I probably could have rubbed it in a little better, but
I wish you wanted to use my shirt.
you don't need this one anymore. And look at that.
It's like it was never there.
It's like it was. What's that? Did I slip? Nope. Super clean. And if it's bad, you just take a little bit of foaming degreaser.
That's fair for you.
Get you a clean rag.
Get one of Liza's shirts.
Look at that, dude.
Look at that. Look at the clean
It's the
spot.
cleanest spot on the floor.
Nothing like Super Clean. My personal favorite, foaming degreaser. I'm pretty sure you can get it at O'Reilly's and AutoZone and other. You can even get it at Walmart, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. But if you can probably get a good deal there. Everybody knows that. See if we can get this spot a little bit cleaner. Wait, why don't we just do this? I love how we're doing this in the shop. But you know what? There's no action like live action. So we're just gonna show you how good this stuff works. I use it up. I mean, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna soak this baby down in some Super Clean. Biodegradable.
Very thorough. I like
Yeah.
it.
I mean, why not, you know? It's better than all those other harsh chemicals that I used to use. But now I got Super Clean. Eco-friendly. I better make sure this is all true. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, I think it is. Whatever, it doesn't matter because it works, okay? Whatever it takes to get the job done. This is a blower a customer brought in and didn't tape those bearings off yet.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
It's getting sent out to get new bearings.
Okay.
It's gonna be clean.
And now it's slippery, but good thing we got the absorbent. No, come here, we're doing a full demonstration.
Oh my gosh. I think we're good.
Little slippery?
It's pretty clean.
She's pretty clean.
Not bad, brother.
Sometimes I'll take do a little scrub job on them, but that obviously only sat for like 10 seconds, so. But super clean.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow we take on the Crown Vic, and it is going to be an awesome, fun, and very funny race. Drop your comment about the Super Clean. Want to leave you with this thought here. If you don't know history, you're bound to repeat it. The song I wanted to leave you guys with is Bleed It Out by Linkin Park. God bless you. See you later. I got to marry George later today here. I know that comes off a little weird. No, I'm going to marry George and his wife later today.